Welcome back, guys. Tommy back here again. Another footballing video, another Liverpool video. You know the drill by now. That's all we do. You know, there was a little time, there was a little period there where I was sort of covering a lot of teams. And I've realized over probably the last 6 months that all I want to do is cover my own. I find more joy in covering my own football team. So we are back, another video. And this video in specific is about Jude Bellingham. Now, if you haven't heard the most recent update, I'm here to inform you. That's what this is about. And the recent update that we have received out of the Bundesliga, the Bellingham update, that the Reds are still in pole position and that Chelsea and PSG are all about out of the running for Jude Bellingham. Now, what does this mean for Liverpool? Obviously, I still don't think the status changes for Liverpool. I still think they were still in the hot seat to begin with. Obviously, we know that Real Madrid are still interested. They're a team that's obviously going to be able to throw lots of money at Jude, so they're always a danger, you know what I mean? But one team that's definitely not going to be in for Jude Bellingham right now is Manchester City, and the entire saga that's happening with that football club, it's nothing more beautiful than seeing Manchester City go through all the shit that they're going through. Again, if you've been living under a rock, Manchester City charged with 100 allegations against them, cheating from 2008, 2009, all the way up to pretty much now. They've been dodging FFP. They've been doing all sorts, and I'm so happy that this club has finally been caught out. Hopefully, they can finally prove all the shifty deals they've been doing. Am I happy in terms of being a Liverpool fan about it? Look, I'm frustrated because we literally had the best Liverpool side you could ever have, and we still didn't win the Premier League a lot of times. You know what I mean? We got 97 points, 92 points, 99 points, and we only have one league title for it. But there is solace to say that we were beaten by cheaters and we did it fair and square. But, you know, the timing is a little bit frustrating because Arsenal, it's their first year really competing for a league, and they're going to pretty much get a league title because Manchester City are now done for all the issues that they're done for. So a little bit frustrating, but you could look at Jurgen Klopp and say to myself, man, put even more respect on this guy's name. Put like a gold fucking statue outside Anfield, because to do what he did against pretty much cheaters and to amass the amount of points with the limited squad, with the limited transfer budget, to do what he did, 3 Champions League finals against a team that pretty much was cheating, is unfucking believable. You know, people talk about the Manchester Uniteds and how they would have 3 league titles too. That's a load of crock of shit. I'll tell you what's a crock of shit, because the Manchester United teams, specifically under Mourinho and Solskjaer, were nowhere near City. Nowhere near them. They were, you know, especially one year, they were about 15 points off. You know what I mean? They were miles off them. Whereas Liverpool was only a point. We were beaten by a point by cheaters. So that's why it's hard, and we definitely deserve something. We won't get the league titles. I don't think that's going to happen. But Man City should be stripped of them. I'm definitely behind that. But I don't think we're going to get the league titles. It's probably not going to be fair. Anyway, getting back on to Jude Bellingham. So there is a specific article that I would like you guys to look up. So I'm just going to get this article up for myself to have a little touch on. So, guys, it was reported by Petrik Berger, who is one of the most reliable German football journalists. He spoke on a podcast, reported that Liverpool and Jude Bellingham is hesitating on his decision on the Liverpool are sitting at 10th in the Premier League table. So, basically, look, it's no lie, guys, and we can't hide it. We can't deny it, that our position and our performance in the league right now is obviously going to throw possible transfers that want to come to Liverpool out the door, because obviously they don't want to play for a club that's slipping, all right? That's evident. So obviously we need to sort it out on the pitch to help us get Jude Bellingham. But I think that Klopp, Liverpool, and the ground being made will be able to put their arm around him and say, look, it's a bad year. You don't base your decision off 1 year. If you're going to be, we want you to 5, 6, 7, 8 years, we want you here. We're going to build something. We're going to compete again like we have. We want you to be at the forefront. So I don't think it's going to be too hard for Liverpool to really get that one over the line, but I can understand the hesitation. But then it says, according to Berger, Dortmund are willing to offer Bellingham $15 million a season, which would make the 19-year-old the top earner at Dortmund, but he's reluctant to sign a new deal. We know that. He also mentions, and this is the key point, Berger also mentions that PSG and Chelsea will definitely not be signing Jude Bellingham. So Liverpool are in pole positions for Bellingham. If they were in the Champions League places, it would have probably already made his decision. Now, that's where I think that's a crock of shit. So I'm going to say I think it's full of crap there, because this entire time right, up until now. So Liverpool we weren't in a good spot, right? Even a couple of weeks, months ago, even up to the World Cup, we were sort of not in a good area, right? And all the links then, he still didn't even make his decision then. So I don't think this is just a new thing like, oh, well, Liverpool in 10th, so if they weren't in 10th spot, if they were in the top 4, he would just be like, yep, I'm going there. Because he would have made his decision already. You know what I mean? He hasn't made his decision already. So I think it's not because we're 10th. Let's put it that way. So I think that's false. I don't think... It also says down here, the good news for Liverpool is that Berger states that Liverpool are in pole position to sign Bellingham. The bad news is that Bellingham is hesitating over Liverpool's current league position. So basically, all I can look at is Bellingham probably going, well, look, I want to play in the Champions League. I don't know if I want to go backwards. So this is where Liverpool have to really, really be quite clever here. They have to be clever. They have to get their negotiating tactics in. If they've got to throw fucking Gerrard at it, whatever. But the update is this, guys. This is pretty much the meat and potatoes of the video. Chelsea, no. PSG, no. Man City, definitely not, because of all their shit they're going to go through. They're not going to be able to lure someone like Jude Bellingham. It's not going to happen. Real Madrid, maybe the only other option now. So it's down to Liverpool and Real. And you know what's really sort of, with a sense of irony about this, Liverpool play Real Madrid in the Champions League soon. And I tell you what, it has a feeling of whoever wins this game gets Jude. And I know that sounds crazy, and things happen, and you know, it's not just one game that someone makes the basis of the decision. But what I will say is this. If Liverpool can go on and beat Real Madrid and they can go make a push in the Champions League, and yeah, their league form's really shit, but we have a good run in Europe, which is definitely a Liverpool thing. We tend to do that all the fucking time. But let's say it happens again. It might just be enough for him. Because obviously if we win the Champions League, which is looking very unlikely, but if we win the Champions League, obviously we qualify for the next year regardless of league position. So it's right there. I actually think this is very close, guys, and I know that a lot of people are sort of looking for that concrete evidence, but you just got to put things together. Very reliable journalist out of the Bundesliga, Petrik Berger. Do your research on him. Have a look at what he's reported before. He's saying that Liverpool in the pole position, but Jude is obviously just having a little bit of a hesitation. So I think this is really close. I really do. And I think that Liverpool will get this one over the line somehow. They just need to be able to go there, put the arm around the shoulder, say, hey, look, it's a bad year, transition period. Yes, we might not have Champions League football next year, but we will get there again. So it's all about sealing the deal for Liverpool now. It's pretty much clear that he doesn't want to go anywhere else. He doesn't. I think that's evident. His family's been made contact. Jurgen Klopp, Julian Ward has had so much contact. That was reported. I made a video on it a couple of weeks ago. That was reported and confirmed that Julian Ward has been speaking to Jude Bellingham. So I think it's pretty close, guys. I really do. These things take a bit of time, though. So that's about the update, guys. That's the update on Jude Bellingham. That PSG, Chelsea out of the running. Manchester City, I would say, are definitely out. Just down to Liverpool and Real Madrid for now. And it looks like that could be a little bit of good news that Liverpool need. We need a bit of a spark. Obviously, we've been shit this year, and I don't think we're going to get any better anytime soon. You know, we've been pretty dreadful, but this could be a spark, guys. And I think if Liverpool can have a good run in the Champions League, I reckon Jude will jump ship. So we'll see what happens. Obviously, still a long way to go. We've played 20 league games in the season. There's still 18 to play, so we've almost got to play. You know, it's only halfway through, but the performances we know have been shit. But if we can just maybe make a bit of a run, and maybe if we finish like, you know, 7th or 6th, and maybe have a good run in the Champions League, we might be able to convince Jude to come along. Because Dortmund aren't having a great year themselves. So we'll see what happens. But that's about the update, guys. Jude Bellingham, pretty close to Liverpool, but hesitating on whether or not he wants to make that move. So fingers crossed. All right, guys, that about wraps it up. Just another video here for you today. I was going to touch on that Man City thing, the Man City saga, but I thought a lot of it's been spoken about. You would have seen a lot of videos on it by now. So I just want to touch on Jude and the update on Jude Bellingham. So, yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed. Stick around. There'll be a couple more videos. Check out the Twitch as usual. Been a bit quiet on there, to be honest, but we will be getting videos back up. It's just timing, you know, and I'm not going to stream games I don't want to do. I've made that pretty clear. I've made that pact with myself. I'm not going to stream football matches I don't want to watch. It's as simple as that. You know, a lot of people, a lot of big streamers out there, they'll stream, you know, top 4 games, and they're not fans of that club. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I see football fans out there when they wear, like, other team shirts. I can't do it. Like, I'm very invested in one club. Like, I've got Liverpool tattoos all over me. I'm very invested, and I can't shake it out of my brain. Like, I enjoy some games, but I cannot sit there and watch like Arsenal versus fucking Wolves. Can't do it. Like, I just don't get invested enough. So I'm basically saying that I like to stream Liverpool games only. But if there are some big games, I try to do them as well. But yeah, that about wraps it up, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining in, and take care. Peace out.